And good evening and welcome back to FPRL. Once again, it's a Wednesday night. It's Tier 2 action around Singapore. The tight and twisty street track of Marina Bay. In the comms box tonight is myself, CrossCreek 1888, joined by Ollie again this week. How are you?
I am very well, thank you, buddy. Hope all has been well. I unfortunately did miss last week, but that was due to personal reasons. Hope everything was. Hope it was a good race.
Yeah, it was a good race. So it was. It's really changed things in the championship. Noah has decided that he'll take lead of the championship with 2 races to go. So Collateral Lads, who actually isn't racing tonight, is now down in P2 in the championship. So it is a chance for the guy in the Kicksauber to wrap this one up tonight. As we see, Diamond Dushy's actually been beat out of the box by Dynamo Dan. So he won't be liking that one. We've seen him 8 out of 8 weeks so far, and he can't make it 9 out of 9. But yeah, as I said, we are getting to the crunch time of this championship with 2 rounds to go after tonight. Noah is our new championship leader after last week in Japan. 12 points is the gap to Ads, who isn't racing. Monkey Boy, our race winner last week, has closed that gap down to 14 points behind our leader. So some quick mathematics. We'll take Ads out of it not for now if he is not racing. So Monkey needs to at least finish P3 if Noah does go on to win tonight. There's a few other ways that Noah can win this pretty easily. We will keep you updated as it does happen and unfold during the race. But yes, it's been a couple of weeks, Ollie. Have you been even keeping up with these tier 2s?
As much as I probably should have, I have unfortunately not. um, but yeah, I will try and have a look at the standings now, just so I can familiarise myself with everybody.
As it looks like Diamond Dushy does get the overtake done on Dynamo Dan, so he will be the first to set a lap time. So we will ride on board with Diamond Dushy. He is the first to go around this beautiful track, in my opinion. It is not one of the best, but for me it's definitely up there on the game anyway. Through the tight twisty turns 1, 2 and 3 up towards turn 4, crucial to get the exit. DRS on the exit, not as close to the wall as probably you would like, but he's still there. DRS is open, not using any of his overtake, just keeping it on the hot lap down on the run towards turn 6. Gets use of all that exit curb, keeps it just in the white lines. Now we get to the twisty parts of 8 and 9. Crucial now as we go down towards one of the changes in this track, which would have been maybe 10 years ago now. The old sling, the sport sling, is gone. Sadly, we have this boring left-hander, which is a bit of a shame. I used to love that sling. But as we go over the bridge down into the tight hairpin, leading us on to the second DRS straight, Kicksauber of Noah, greatly out of the way for the Red Bull driver. As we get down to the tight right-hander of the start of Sector 3, the exit curb has been widened. And another change in the track. We used to go right here, but we stand straight. Does get the slipstream off the Aston Martin, who does dive out of the way. Down to the quick right-left chicane. Before we get to the very fast, very flowing last 2 corners. Quick turn in on the left. Keeps it nice, and it's going to be a 128.793. But Dynamo Dan straight away, 128.5. TJ, though, pace out of nowhere, it looks like 128.4. First 3 laps on the board. TJ takes it for now.
Yeah, that'll be the track evolution ramping up a little bit as Biddle goes a second faster than TJ there. Wow, that was a lap and a half from the McLaren.
Yeah, Biddle seems to like the papaya car this year. He's really got the pace in the qualifying. We've seen it all season, but just can't make use of it in the races. So he'll be definitely hoping for something to change tonight, because it's safe to say it hasn't been a great season for him with how he's qualified. As we have a bit of a gap between Biddle and our next ones across the line. It's going to be Gulfstar in the Alpine, followed by, it's going to be Fish Sticks in behind, but Gulfstar comes across the line. It's going to be a bit off the pace. It's a 28.2, but Fish Sticks comes across the line, 27.3, just outside his teammate, but still across the line in the Williams, 27.1. Just over 2 tenths separate the top 2. Still showing us the pace that he did have last season. See, Gary gets P4 in the Mercedes. Yeah, again, Ollie, it looks like these two Papaya of Biddle and Fish Sticks have great pace in the qualifying.
Absolutely, yeah. Only separated by 18 milliseconds, should we say? So yeah, very nice. At the moment, 2 cents behind the Williams Steele, who put in a very nice lap, 27.1. That's a very, very nice lap. Now, the person who set the first lap, Diamond Dushy, is now nearly 2 seconds behind. So you can see the track evolution already is really ramping up. And yeah, so we'll have to see what happens later on in the session when everyone comes up for their final runs. But at the moment, yeah, big gaps between
Yeah.
fourth and fifth, almost 6 tenths between Gulfstar and Silverside.
Yeah, it's kind of like them top four. I've got a league of their own at the minute. As we say, Noah, he had invalidated his lap. Monkey's only after doing that himself, so that's them two having to go round for another tour. As everybody else is in the pits. Is anybody going to stay out for another second lap? Let me see. Looks like maybe Golf Star's going to go again. Yep.
Looks like Steele is also going to try again, so maybe more time to find for the Williams. As Yorkie calls it a day already. Maybe feels like he can't do enough.
He's actually bend it. It
He?
looks like just before the bridge. You can see the yellow flags. Would have been... Yeah, just before the bridge. Maybe that chicane has caught him out. It's a bit of a weird one.
Yeah, so certainly a strange place to take your car out of the session. But a bit of a shame for Yorkie. He's currently sitting on a 28.2. So, yeah, he will maybe drop down to the back if the track ramps up. A Steele is nearly 1.5 tenths up on his lap already, so Steele on for another flyer.
We can definitely see the track evolution starting to ramp up. Golf Star, he's near just under 2 tenths up. You've said yourself, Steele's a 1.5 up through the first sectors alone.
If he is now, as he just had a huge moment coming through the Singapore sling. So, he's nearly a tenth down now, so he lost 2 tenths in that sector alone. We'll see if he can continue it. Maybe still find a bit more time in the final few corners.
Could be seeing Golf Star now close that gap too, Gary. He was 5 tenths up through the second sector. Did he keep it? Can he get there? He's just under, just under 2 tenths away from Gary, but still decides to call that lap off. As we have, 10 minutes in the session. Might be able to get another 2 runs at it. It is a pretty long lap, even on an out lap here, so it could be pretty tight to get out, in and out again. But the quiet part now, Golf Star, he's on his in lap, I would say. Any real shockers for you at the minute? Is there anyone really standing out who you think is doing well?
I mean, Steele, obviously we know who's very, very quick. I mean, that's a fantastic lap to put in 2 tenths ahead of Biddle. Obviously put in that fantastic lap to go nearly a second clear of everyone else. So yeah, Steele, great lap from him. We've got Noah on an out lap. We have yet to see a representative time from the Kick Stalber. Got Brett School, who's just started a lap, so I'll keep one eye on him as he comes into the first few sequence of corners. A couple of cars coming out the pit lane now. I believe that was an Alpine of Monkey Boy. Yes, it was. And the McLaren of Biddle it was. So a couple more cars coming out on laps, going for a second run. As Biddle has invalidated his out lap before he's even got to the first sector split.
Oh, that's exactly what you need from Biddle.
As long as he doesn't do it. It's purple in the first sector, but the game does love to lie. But so I'm going to keep an eye on him and see if the game is telling the truth for once.
I mean, it did say TJ was purple as well on the first and second sector, and I could tell you straight away, TJ is not going to be purple. He'll be up on his time, but he's not purple. But we will keep an eye on TJ, as he is going to be the next one to cross the line for the time, coming down towards the last chicane. 20% battery left, should be enough to get him to the line, not lose too much time. As we come around the last 2 corners, should be flat out in qualifying spec. It's going to be a 28.2, so he's actually not moved any positions. He's gained a couple of tenths, but not gained any positions. Go back to Brett is cool. He's actually invalidated, so that's not going to be what he'll want.
McLaren of Biddle, who is just about to start his lap as well, fish sticks his teammate about half a tenth up in the first sector. So Papaya is one of the Papaya cars is improving for now. Biddle just begins his lap now. As he's invalidated already, straight out of turn one. Too much inside curb there. So Biddle's lap is done before it even really began. As Monkey Boy, who, like you said, I think won last week, looking at the standings, around Japan, just started his lap too. He has not set a representative time. Lexus, the man who has not set a lap time, coming out on circuit now. Noah, I think, is on a lap. Yes, he is. The championship leader. See what you can put on the board.
Yeah, interestingly, our two championship leaders have not got a lap time on the board. Hopefully that does change in the next minute or so. As we do see Noah take the last chicane on, takes a good bit of the inside curb. How's he on exit? Very close to the wall. Just does not touch it, luckily for him. Used up all of his battery on the lap. Going to be losing slightly on the speed. But that doesn't matter because he's just set at 26.5. Whether that's track evolution or is that just his pace, that's definitely something for the field to be seen.
Yeah, mega lap from the kickstart. That's exactly what he needs to do if he wants to win this championship, is put in laps like that. So yeah, nice work from Noah.
Monkey Boy.
Yep.
He's coming across the line now. What can he do against the championship rival? Can he even get it up there? It's a 27.7, so he's off the pace. Don't know, was there any mistakes being made? But yeah, that lap from Noah's really put a challenge to the rest of the field with 6 minutes to go.
Looks like Silver is up on his lap time by about 1/10.5. Going through the bridge section, now comes onto this bit of, I'd say a bit of a pointless DRS straight, to be honest. I haven't really seen many overtakes been done into this right-hander corner here. Then we come down to the revamped section of Singapore, which I do not enjoy. I think it's very boring now.
Yeah, it was always good, I thought. Going under the grandstand, it was just something different, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
How tight it was always a challenge, I found. But obviously, money talks. As Gary improves.
Yes, he does.
Was that 2.5 tenths and still cannot gain a position? So it just actually shows how far that, top 4 you could have said at the time. Now it's going to be a top 5 gap between Gary and Monkey Boy. So at the minute, they're going to need a lot of track evolution to even try to get close to these top ones. Biddle, he's actually not invalidated a lap. Shocking. So we will stay on board with him, but it doesn't look like it's going to be anywhere near. Yeah, as he decides to pull it into the pits. Definitely got to stop in time. Definitely didn't speed, but yeah, we'll say nothing. It looks like that's kind of another quiet period, unless we have Brett is cool.
We have Lexus coming around the final few corners now to finish off his first lap. Not set a representative time. Will this put him anywhere near the front? Let's find out. It's an 8th.
So, he hit for one of the V-carbs. What about the other one? He's just through the first sector, so keep an eye on him. As Steele in the chat says, who is this guy that's 6 tenths clear? That guy is just tier 2 pace, and you're just washed, Steele. We'll just say that.
Fair.
I could definitely see Steele.
Brad is cool. Hits the curb there and almost puts himself into the wall. So, Brad making a mistake there, going through the twisty part of Singapore.
He's actually used up quite a lot of his battery to try to make up for that mistake, it looks like. Just keeps it within the white lines there. Yeah, he's already down to 15-16%. It's going to be a struggle for him to try to gain a good bit of time in this last sector, but we will see. As he exits the last chicane, gets the foot to the floor. As he comes round, should be in there or thereabouts at 128. It's a 128.1, so puts him P9 to the two V-carbs side by side for now.
I tell you, one person that this is going to hurt is Yorkie. Just watching the times, his time tumble, as he's obviously cannot set a time now because of his crash. So you know, if people improve at the last, as we have only just three minutes left in the session, So yeah, Yorkie may tumble down to the back of the field. But we've got Diamond Dushy at the moment, 2.2 seconds off the pace from our leader of Noah. So we'll see if any of those guys improve on their current times. It's very close between TJM and Yorkie, I believe it's. Let's have a look at that. Only six milliseconds. So TJM just needs to find a blink of an eye, and he will jump the Aston Martin up into 10th. I'm sure he'll be hoping for more than that, as everyone's going to come out on track now to finish off the job. See if they can stick it on pole, but I think it's going to be a challenge, that's for sure, with Noah setting that 26.5.
Yeah, it was one of them laps kind of out of nowhere. Fishsticks just slightly down on his time in the first sector, coming up to the second sector split. He's made no use of that one because he's 2.5 tenths down. So he's still going to continue on with the lap. So it looks like this could be his one and done lap. Probably won't be able to get round and save up his battery. So at the minute, it looks like P4 is going to be the best for Fishsticks as he does invalidate. And he gives us a little wave, let us know his frustrations about that one. So at the minute, P4 is going to be best for one of the Papaya cars. It's all up to his teammate now, Biddle, to see if he can put a bit of pressure on Noah, who's actually decided to stay in the pit. So he's happy enough with that lap time. He's confident. I don't think I would be at this kind of time. We've already seen how quickly this track can ramp up. I think we all know the pace of Steel. I think he might get this one.
Yeah, the track evolution is high enough, then that time may tumble, but it's it's up to the drivers now to do the work, put in the lap. If Biddle goes through the first couple of corners, looks very clean indeed. Doesn't invalidate like he did previously. So good stuff from Biddle as Steele now comes around the final corner, opens DRS to start his final run. Noah probably nervously now going to watch on in the garage, keep his fingers, toes, whatever crossed. The Williams and the McLaren do not improve. I mean, maybe even if cars further down the field might improve, as Radical actually improves by nearly a second, put himself up into P6 in the Haas, who has a new sponsorship branding in the game. That's the Toyota railway now, which is nice to see. Didn't notice that actually.
To be fair, I was watching on board with him for half a lap and I didn't even think of it myself. You're not the only one now. Looking here still, he's right on his time through the first sector, so he does need 6 tenths to find, as there's yellow, just one of the cars getting out of the way of Biddle. Didn't actually catch his second sector split time. Looks like he'll be the next one to cross the line, so we will stay on board with him. But yeah, Radical.
He's only a tenth and a half up, so it's not going to be enough for a moment. Biddle, but can he jump Steele into second place? Here he comes.
And he does just over
He does.
10th.
Steele is 2.5 tenths up, so he is on to get that second place back. But can he keep it clean through the final two corners? Here he comes as Silverstar goes up into P3, but will that stay? It will not. He goes down to P4 as Steele improves by 1.7 tenths. Gets back that second place, but still nearly 5 tenths to the kick Sauber of Noah. So Noah, it's paid off for him staying in the pits.
Yeah, some would
Not
say
have to worry.
it was cocky, but it looks like it was the right move. Really, one off the back of the pace, Diamond Dushy, he's coming around. Can he improve on that P14 for now? He does get it up to P11 with a 6/10 improvement, but Monkey Boy gets across the line. P5, definitely needed that with how he needs to try to do something in this race. So a bit closer to Noah is what he wants. Lexus comes across the line now. Is there any improvement for him? Yes, it's up to P7 of 27.6, we'll basically say. And that looks like that is that for this qualifying. And
Yes, it is, as Radical just needs to retire, and we'll be... Him and Dynamo just need to retire, and then we'll be good. As Yorkie, like I said, did fall down to P12 in the end, so he lost 2 places to, it looks to be, Red is Cool and Diamond Dushy. So yeah, Yorkie falling a couple of places, but we'll see if he can make it up in the race. It's a 31 lap race. Surprisingly how long this track is. 31 laps is going to be tough. So I know it's especially is for the drivers in real life. So yeah, hopefully it's going to be a good one. I definitely wouldn't rule out a safety car around here. That is for certain.
I think Bert Mylander's got a plenty of fuel in that safety car for tonight. I think we could be seeing him a
Oh,
few
100%.
times. But that is our starting grid for tonight. Our championship leader, it's Noah, does take pole position by a commanding 5/10 to Steele in P2. Biddle takes P3. Gary, another solid performance in P4. And Monkey rounds off the top 5 as he needed to try to put some pressure on Noah. So we will have a couple of minutes wait as the guys fine-tune their setups, get a drink, go to the toilet. I'm not going to say what I was going to say, but yeah.
Enjoy themselves.
Yeah, we'll say that. Yeah. I know one or two that definitely will be doing that right now.
I mean, if you can do it in that time between when you go onto the grid and before the race starts, then I'd have to take my hats off to you.
Look, it just gets the aggression out of the system. I find, if you can do it, you can do it.
Yeah, but I mean, the only thing is that you overheat yourself before the race.
Yeah, I think overheating around Singapore is not what you want to be doing.
Oh, 100% not. Especially if you're on a wheel too.
Oh,
Wear your arms out before
there'll be
start.
no grip.
This is
No
a very
grip to the
physical
wheel.
track, especially on a wheel.
Oh,
I mean, it's less physical than it used to be, obviously, with them replacing the old last sector with that straight. Now, obviously, it used to be about 3 90-degree corners back to back to back, which I mean I enjoyed. I thought it, like you said, it was a challenge. I think that's what they did. They took the challenge out of Singapore, obviously replacing the Singapore sling with that boring left-hander, and then replacing that with just a straight. They took the challenge out of a challenging circuit.
it's like, yes, the Singapore sling had sausage curbs, and yes, it threw cars into a barrier, but that was the whole
That was the
fun
fun
of it.
part. Yeah.
It's like, who watches F1 to not see a crash?
Oh yeah. I know.
Simple as. Everybody watches F1 hoping for a lap 1 pile up, and that's what it provided. But no, fucking safety.
And the worst part is about the game is that straight is a DRS straight in real life, and they haven't even updated it. So
But that's EA for you. That is literally EA in a nutshell. Because you'll pay the same next year, and it still won't be a DRS straight.
yeah, what a shame. Anyway, we've got the race coming up soon, ladies and gentlemen. So
Yeah, it was an interesting topic of conversation, we'll say.
yeah,
Maybe have words to write about that one, but sure. Hey ho, it's only 2 weeks to go. Fuck it. We're getting up to Christmas. We're allowed to enjoy ourselves. Fuck it.
oh yeah.
But it looks like it's actually going to stay dry. Sometimes I find Singapore likes to throw down the rain, to say the least. But it looks like
Yeah, it is a
hopefully-
very, very hot and humid place in real life. So obviously that can bring in the rain in real life. But obviously we are not in real life. We are just sitting on our chairs at home, and yeah,
sitting on
watching
our
it all unfold.
Yeah.
Well, I say
Wait till
sitting
you're-
on a chair. I'm currently sitting on the floor. Oh yeah.
There's worse things to be sitting on. I'll tell you that now.
We don't want to go there. We don't
No,
wanna go
we've already been there. We'll just get past
there.
that.
Yeah, we've
and
been there
everything,
already.
you know.
Let's keep it PG for now, shall we?
Fuck it. Yeah, so it shouldn't be too much longer. I think it was 23 yet. As we
Well,
do
here we go.
2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And we are away in Singapore, and it looks like Noah has got a good start, but the Williams of Steel looks like he's bugged down slightly, so he could be under pressure from the papaya of Billy, and behind tries to get a cut back down the inside. Looks like top 3 are going to stay as they were. We do see a bit of movement down the back from Silverside Boy and Silverside and Monkey. So Monkey's jumped that car up to P4, exactly what he needed. And in behind, it does look like everything is pretty clean. Yorkie does stay P12. Dynamo Dan, though, does pick up the position on Radical. You get up to P13. As we can see a bit of
that's
stuff
Yorkie.
flying everywhere.
And TJM contacts the in braking zone of, I don't know what corner name that is, but yeah, interesting there. Hopefully no damage for either car. Bit of wheel banging. Looks to be okay for now between both.
Seen Yorkie get into the wall slightly, but it does look like he has got away with that one for now. We They go back up to the front of the
as Monkey
field.
Boy Kurt goes very deep into the Singapore sling, that's going to give Silverside Boy a chance, but he's on the hard tyres. He is one of 3 on hards, and everyone else around him is on medium, so Silverside's going to struggle probably making up places on the medium runners ahead of him. Might even lose place to Fish Sticks. But he has then Lexus behind him, who's also on the hard tyres. So varying strategies between only 3 of them. Most of them all opting for, I'm guessing, what will be a one-stop race. Mediums to hards, and obviously for our 3 that have decided to go for the alternate strategy, going to be going to hards, maybe to softs, depending if...
Sorry, as we have Dynamo Dan, we've seen it in the background.
There's a safety car already on lap 2.
But Mylander has definitely need to be
what
probably
did I say?
refueling that. We were guaranteed to see it. Yeah,
What mistake is
Dan
cursed?
just on the exit of the chicane has clouded the outside wall, and we've seen the Ferrari just go pure 90 degrees into the inside wall, and that was his night already done for the one and only Ferrari in this race. So lap 2, safety car. Can anybody say it was a shock?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not indeed. Didn't see if there was any contact between him and anyone else. I think that was just him on his own, to be honest. Just looked like a spin. Too much on the gas. Not enough car control. So yeah, Dynamo Dan in the lone Ferrari, like you say. Out on lap 1. Or the end of lap 1. As yeah, we have a safety car, which I'm guessing will be until the start of lap 4, I'm guessing. So it's interesting to see if anyone will pit. I don't think they will. It's too early on in this race for sure. If people on meters want to try and go to hards, but I think if they do, I don't think hards will go nearly the whole race distance, especially around Singapore. The tyres will overheat 100%, and you will burn those bastards up. So I think we should probably see everyone stay out, but if we do see someone come in, then I'll be very shocked.
It's kind of one of them things. You were talking about tire strategy. Right here, I would have always started on the mediums because of the safety car, but it's just too early of a safety car to even think about boxing, in my opinion anyway. But I could be surprised here.
Steele tries to dummy, fakes going to the pits and does not go to the pits. So yeah, Steele playing the mind games for the kicks out, as everyone smartly stays out. So
yeah, no real surprise there. So it is going to be Bert Mylander who does control the field then for the next 2 laps. So, as we say, tire strategy around here could be an interesting one. Unlike most street circuits, there is a few opportunities to overtake, especially down to turn 4. Do you really think, like personally for you, would you go mediums or would you start it on the hards like 3 of the drivers have this race already?
I would personally want to go mediums, just because I'd want to be able to gain those positions early on and attack. Obviously, we've got 3 cars that are on the hards. The Mercedes of Silverside, Lexus in the V-Carb, and Radical down at the back in the Haas. Obviously, they're going for a conservative strategy of, preserving the tyres, wanting to go a bit longer, and then obviously at the end of the race, attacking more. But personally for me, I'd want to gain those places early and at least have a track position over the cars around me. So yeah, I mean obviously most of our drivers here have gone for that medium, so that's what they've had the idea of doing, and yeah, looks to be working out at the moment for everyone. But obviously we have that safety car currently, which I'm sure will probably be in this lap, as everyone is caught up to the field. So there you go.
And as you say that, it's almost like you're the race director. As we do it, Sid Sandwich in the chat as always. Just a cheeky hello. As always, good to see you, man. Always in the streams, no matter what race it is. So hopefully you're going to enjoy the next 29 laps of this one, because at the minute our leader could be our next championship winner of Tier 2, but we'll only find out in about an hour's time.
Well, as much as Noah Ads will not win the championship, he has won a championship in real life by having this child. So congratulations to Ads, as I did not get a chance to say that last week, as I was not here.
Ads decides to pump another one out of the system. That's a few under, but as we get back under racing, Noah leads us away. Does not catch Steele out. Steele, a little look down the inside, but we look down the back though. British Skull and Gulf Star side by side. Briscoe maybe has to jump over the curb a slight bit more than what he would have wanted to. Loses the rear on exit, so he will be under pressure from Diamond Douchey. He's looking to make up for that poor qualifying session in the Red Bull.
Steele might go for the lead here. He's very close, goes to the outside. It's going to be a move down to turn 5. Oh, will it? Will Noah fight back on the brakes? Yes, he does. Kicks out, but fighting. Oh, Steele almost loses the rear end there. Very squeaky bum moment.
Yeah, he's one of the few drivers. I don't know how he does it. No traction on a pad, and I think we've seen straight away that maybe that's not the best idea.
Are you
right
on
here.
traction?
Oh, I'm on wheel, but not on. I couldn't do it on a pad.
You're on wheel? Okay, I thought you were on pad. Christ.
Why do you think I'm so slow in Tier 1?
What do you mean? You qualified 6th last week, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and then lost completely. I think I can't even remember. It was just that bad. But forget about Fridays. Fuck it. Back to tonight. It looks like everyone's kind of in the usual DRS train that we do find ourselves in this game for now. As Noah takes a bit of the curb. It's going to lose him a bit of time, but no pressure from Steele at the minute.
Yeah, oh, it's Noah! That's a massive moment out the final corner. That's going to give Steele a brilliant opportunity. He's going to go through into turn 1. As there he goes, the Williams up into the lead. Noah makes a bit of a rare mistake from the kick Sauber there. He just lost the rear end. I thought it was going to be a huge crash into the wall, which obviously would hurt his championship chance with Monkey Boy still up in 4th. But Noah is going to have the DRS, I believe. Yes, he does. With the high wings, everyone will be running the DRS is not as powerful as it will be run most of the circuits. So, be interesting to see if Noah will try and get back as quick as he can past that Williams. But yeah, Williams up into the lead, Biddle still in 3rd. I believe Monkey Boy has made a position on Silverside. Go back to yeah, Monkey Boy up 1, Silverside down 1. Our biggest winner at the moment is TJM up in P11. He's up 2 places. Ooh. As yeah, everyone else currently staying where they are, up 1 place. Radical down 5. Skill issue. As yeah, everyone's still close together. Let's see.
Said it's a skill issue, even though he's won more races than us this season.
Oh well.
Yeah, I didn't catch what actually happened. No, it's actually we see Steele locks up the front. He's so close to the wall, a little wiggle on the exit. But yeah, just didn't catch what happened to Steele or Noah last lap. But it looks like he sorted that one out for this lap. So the pressure's right back under Steele as Yorkie does set the fastest lap, which will always improve later on we go to this race. As Radical is actually falling straight off the back of this pack, so whether something's happened to him, or he just, yep, maybe you were right.
Noah looks to be going to try and make a move on the Williams for the back for the lead. Oh, Steele tries to squeeze him, but Noah's going to be late on the brakes and going to have that inside line. It's going to be a simple move for the kick Sauber back up into the lead.
Crucially for Monkey Boy though, he'll be liking to see these two fight. He'll be hoping for maybe a bit of contact between the top 2 so he can try to take advantage. He's fallen slightly, we would say, from the top 2 and 3. So a little bit of fighting will slow them down and let him just get right up back onto the back of them ones.
He hops the curb there, going through the tight and clinical section as Silverstone runs into the back of him. That might put him off for the hairpin. Monkey Boy does not actually have the DRS anymore. It might have cost him some time as the Mercedes tries to look up the inside but cannot get it done. Monkey Boy goes deep and it's going to lose him even more time to our top 3 who now I'm pretty sure probably just DRS train away from our chasing pack. Here comes the Mercedes. Can he get this move? Oh, he spins himself! Oh, bit of side to side contact there as the Mercedes goes down to P12 ahead of Radical, but then again skill issue for the Haas. Imagine not being able to get in place. Imagine.
Just the shade thrown on Radical as we see Gary trying to recover from that there. Trying to go down the inside of
why I'm doing it. I literally have no problem with him, but it's just funny, isn't it? So
Gary just couldn't get that move done on Yorkie. Just skill issue. Simple as. So it's actually there's front wing going.
Yeah. That was close there between Steele and Noah. Let's call it the end of that.
Steele, does it look like he's got right end plate damage right here?
I don't think there was any front-wing damage. I believe that was just him dodging out of the way. We'll have a look here. As he does!
He does have damage.
Oh, yeah. Okay then, bit of controversy already on lap 7. As the leaders have collided, and that's caused Steele to have some damage. Which is obviously round a track like this to be crucial. Especially the high downforce. Obviously you need all the downforce you can get, and if you're missing a part of the front wing, which is a crucial element on a Formula 1 car, that could cause some troubles for the man of P2, who's now looking to win this race, and possibly the championship. You never know.
He's technically still in the fight, but I think he needs a miracle. Christmas miracle needs to come his way. Technically the top 5 are still in it, but I think after tonight we could be seeing a 2-horse race, or maybe even crown our Drivers' Championship. We might... No, I don't think we will crown our Constructors' Championship as Lexus. And Fish Sticks has been spun.
There's another safety car now. Will we see the medium runners come into the pits now? Because now might be a crucial time to put on a set of hards and possibly try to go to the end. Obviously it was too early when we had that safety car at the end of lap 1. But now, maybe people will box. Obviously it's not worth it for the hard runners, as we've actually just lost one with Lexus going out there. Did not catch what happened, unfortunately, but obviously Fish Sticks was sideways. So possibly some contact between him and the V-carb.
So what are we, 7 laps completed, 2 safety cars? We might be seeing 5 tonight, I think. It could be a long one. Get a drink ready, because you will probably need it.
Ah, it's alright, I've already got cider on the table next to me, so...
At least you're doing it the right way.
There we go.
Oh, yes.
That's proof.
Fucking... David would be creaming in himself if he heard that.
Well... Wait.
But yeah, as you said, should be seeing all the medium runners probably coming in now.
This is actually good for Steele, because I guess Steele will now be able to come into the pits and change that wing. Obviously that will lose him a few places if a lot of other people come in too. And it will hurt if TJM also wants to come in, because he's going to have to double stack, as well as having to double stack behind his teammate who needs to change the front wing, which we'll find out in a second if our leaders will pit. Looks like Noah is going to do it. Steele follows him in, Biddle follows him in. Monkey goes around, no he doesn't, he comes in. Oh, Noah!
As Noah gets a 10-second speed in. And crucially though, I don't think Steele is going to get this front wing changed. I don't think it's enough damage that the Williams pit crew is going to do it automatically. I'll keep an eye on it.
Yes, it will. They're going to change his wing.
They have. But that's allowed out of everyone. Diamond Douchey's been able to stay out and take our race lead for now. But Noah, our championship leader, 10-second penalty. That's going to be one for him to really try to work out of, with what might have about 22 laps to go once we get under racing again, but not what the championship leader needed whatsoever.
Absolutely not. That's all under his own doing as well. So, a bit of an unfortunate thing for Noah, because like you say, if he has to pit again, that's obviously going to cost him 10 seconds. So, obviously with the pace tonight of the Williams, who's now got his wing changed, and is only 2 places behind Noah, so yeah, that's putting a massive dent in the Kick Sauber's race, because obviously that's going to hurt him next time he wants to pit. If he does pit, that is. If we have a late safety car, maybe everyone pits for a soft go. But yeah, that's crucial.
As we see in the chat, guy says that's on me. Couldn't stop and just under.
West Golf Star actually retires in the Alpine. What happened to him? We can't
he's
see.
hit the wall somewhere. So I don't know how he's managed that one. Guys took the blame for that collision with Monkey Boy. Obviously, Monkey Boy's been able to get out of it unscathed, and Gary's actually up into P2, so he hasn't lost out too much yet. Another safety car maybe later on in this race, and he could be straight back in this one. And Sid Sandwich also saying, are we breaking the record for the longest race tonight? Well, it is Singapore.
It wouldn't surprise me.
If we had the old set or the old layout, yeah, 100%. I remember doing this race a couple of years ago. I think it was like F121, and I was that bored I thought I'd do a 100% race in the rain just to do a 2-hour time limit.
You dumbass.
I was that bored. It's just, I didn't want to race anything else. I was tugging while I was racing.
Oh Christ! Is that why it was so wet?
I don't like the way we're having this conversation 3 times already in the space of 10 laps.
You got to find something to talk about in a race that's 31 laps long. Only you've had 2 safety cars already. Like, what else are you going to talk about? The weather?
Yeah, well, we could talk about how Golfstar's saying that he's been glitched. Fuck this glitch, tapped the wall, side on, and took the entire wheel off. So that's called that night over for the Alpine.
That is unfortunate for the Alpine, as he wouldn't be scoring nil points in this race. So unlucky for him. But anyway, let's move on.
Yeah,
This should be in this lap. So we're down to 11 runners out of. So we've lost 3 cars on lap, when we are on lap 10. Currently, Yorkie is the only man that's not in the points. Good issue. Radical is actually not in the lead, so that's another skill issue, I'm afraid. Diamond Dutchy is in the lead though, on the mediums. So we will have a pace advantage over everyone else, but will he keep it? We'll find out. Him, Silverside, and Radical are the only ones yet to pit. So they are obviously the hard runners. You know, it's fair enough they haven't pit, but for Diamond Dushy, it's a bit of a strange one. But I suppose he probably just wants the airtime, being the leader.
That wouldn't be like it, would it?
You can't blame him. But yeah, Radical
really,
not in the lead though. That's just a skill issue. I mean, like, imagine not being in the lead.
There should be. I know I should have no bias, but I really want Radical to win this race, and I want you to interview him. I just want it to happen.
I will. Don't worry, mate.
As FPRL
go.
Dreams a drink, so thank you very much, buddy. As we do get
I'll take a sip of mine
racing. So may as well get a sip done before we do get back
good.
on the racing.
As goddamn, it's the slowest safety car race I've ever seen. As we got everyone has a lead.
Time and Dushy going full pace.
Oh, that's just unnecessary, dude.
But it is down to Time and Dushy to put the foot down, and he's decided to call it now, and he's caught Gary out a bit. Gary's going to be under pressure, going probably into turn 1 from Radical. There's Noah right behind him. Radical picks up a 3-second time penalty. Noah gets down the inside. But will he keep it down the inside? Radical does manage to hang it round the outside. So maybe Noah got him just before the line, had to back off to give that position back. But that's putting pressure under from Biddle. He's going to stick it round the outside in turn 4. Can't get it done for now. Doesn't use any of his battery. Well, to say that he's tucked into the slipstream using the battery. Monkey Boy in behind trying to curse as actually Steel tries to send one.
He's going to lose twice.
Steel's in fuck it mode.
Brad is cool even. It becomes he moved from the Williams driver there. Probably a bit too over optimistic. Going for the move up the inside of at the Alpine. The Alpine gave him the room, but there was contact between the two. So that's dropped Steel down a place 2 Bread. So he's down to P8 as his championship rival is up in P4. Looking on the back of Radical, who's nearly a second now back to top 2. So
just say it. You're going to say it. There we go. Just skill issue Radical. That's what this stream is going to be telling me from now on.
I really want
Get your season finale. It's just going to be skill issue Radical.
Oh no, I'll give him all the nicknames. Radical is skill issue. That's what I'm just going to call it from now on.
As we see Noah tries to get past skill issue. Just can't get it done yet. So
DRS is enabled now, so it's going to help everyone's efforts. As everyone is pretty much within the DRS of each other, as Radical has gained a bit up now to top 2, who's Diamond Dushy is still in the lead, so Diamond Dushy is proving you wrong and is actually doing a marvellous performance, currently leading, but will that last as Silverside is right behind him with now the DRS. Only 3 tenths is the gap. We make a move, it looks like. Hold on for now as behind Skill Issue being attacked by Noah. In behind Biddle is watching this and probably rubbing his hands together, hopefully, maybe hoping for a crash between the two. Obviously, really probably be another safety car.
Wouldn't be like it, would it?
Nah, we don't see that many here, to be fair.
What do safety cars, eh? But yeah, it does look like everything's kind of evened itself out. Noah trying to get past skill issue, but just not happening at the minute for him. But he will get a dose of DRS, but so will Radical. So it's going to be pretty hard for him to get it done.
Mercedes MP2 might make a move for the lead here with the DRS. Will he send it? I think it's better of it on the Red Bull. Red Bull just doing his own race at the moment, doing a pretty good job, still holding the lead. Obviously his tyres will still probably be in not a terrible condition, but they wouldn't be great either. As here comes the Mercedes, going for the move. He thinks better of it, breaks a little bit too early. Doesn't commit down the inside. Obviously it's a bit of a risky place to make a move with the corner being that fast and flowing. Instead of being a hard corner. It's behind. Radical is now... Who? Radical? Skill issue. As he's now pretty much closed back into our top two. As now pretty much most of our drivers are in the battle for the lead. As everyone's within DRS of each other. So, yeah, we've got a good race on our hands now.
A DRS train F124? Never heard of it. What I have heard is Gary taking the lead as he gets down the inside of turn 4. Can he get the car stopped? He does, but he's going to be under pressure around the outside from Diamond Dushi. Decide to try to park it on the apex and get it pushed wide out, which he has done. So Gary does take our lead. Maybe we are seeing these medium tires starting to fall off slightly. Then behind Steele gets past Bread is cool. That's going to allow now Radical to try to get past Diamond Dushi. He'll be looking to do that as he just tries to make his own course now as he completely cuts the curb. So that'll be a definite warning for the Haas driver. In behind, it looks like everybody's safely through there with how tightly bunched they are. Steele gets the move done on Breda's coat. Looking to try to push on now. Try to get past Monkey. He tried it once earlier, 2 laps ago. Didn't get it moved. Move made off.
As well, Skiller should go for the P2 here. He's very close. He does think better of it though. Said last lap, this is a very risky place to make a move, as we found out with the Mercedes, who's currently leading. He tries to go for a move up the side of the Alpine of Monkey Boy Kurt. He's currently sitting in P6 behind Biddle and Noah. He's got Steele now right behind him, because Steele might make a move here into turn 1. It's going to be side by side as Noah has got damage, I believe, as Steele hit the back of him too. So Steele has got more damage, as well as Noah has damage too. Carnage
to say the least, because Monkey and Diamond had a bit of contact, but then we seen the front wing of the kick Cyber go absolutely flying nice all over the back of Steele. Monkey Boy, he's lost out slightly on that one. He won't be happy. Has Steele got damage again?
Steele does have damage, like yes. He's missing both of his end plates, as Noah is missing nearly a whole chunk of his right hand wing. So that Noah will surely pit here again to put on what he can't. He's going to have to put on another set of mediums. He only has one set of hards, and that's what he's currently on. So Noah has completely... I don't know what happened there. Probably a bit of contact between him and Biddle. Possibly. I didn't catch but what actually happened. It looks like Biddle now trying to get past Skill Issue. But Skill Issue in behind the Red Bull as the McLaren lunges up the inside. How to get the move done. Skill Issue holds it as Steele gets a penalty. That's nothing compared to what Noah has for that 10-second penalty that he has now probably got to serve too. I just remembered about that with his damage.
Skill issue. Skill issues. Just he's proving what has happened.
He's had a skill issue, I'm afraid. Oh dear. He's going to do a 3-point turn.
Now we get him have a hit, whatever that Ragunathan F2 contact.
As he's retired. It doesn't cause a safety car. That'll be a bit unfortunate for our race later. In the Mercedes, who's oh my god,
say nothing. I'm not saying it. I'm taking it, but I'm not saying it. We'll just move on from him. Simple as. Forget about him. Diamond Dushi leads this race, we'll say for now.
Fair enough. Diamond Dushi is currently race leader, as he's going to be under attack from Steele, who does have a bit of damage. So does Biddle have damage? Biddle does not have damage, but yeah, there's fighting for P1 here. Steele up in P2. Biddle down in P3. Got a great battle for the lead here between Mercedes, the Red Bull, the Williams, and the McLaren, as Noah stayed out actually. Noah, with that massive amount of damage on his right hand wing, has decided to stay out on the hards. So Noah going for a bit of a interesting strategy call there. Yeah, so we might see a move for the lead here between Williams and the Red Bull. Will still get the move on Diamond Dushi. He's going to lunge it. gets the car stopped, gets a nice move, great move for the lead there between those guys as Biddle now goes to P2 on the Red Bull. Oh my god, it's confusing.
Trust me, it'll be worth it if it happens. Trust. Don't want to know
So
how
yeah,
long I've waited for this.
Diamond Dusty down into P3 with Noah behind him in P4. Gonna try and get the move, but obviously now we're all out of DRS train as Brad is called. Might make the move for P5. Is that P4? No. It's P4.
Forget about it.
Contact!
Oh, Noah's round.
Round.
Brett is cool,
Noah
touches
is
him.
round.
Monkey
So that
boy.
is now a massive dent in Noah's chances of winning this race. Now he's got the damage. He's now last. Especially with that 10-second penalty. So Noah's night has gone from bad to worse. Meanwhile, Bill in the lead, holding off Steele. Diamond Dusty still in P3. Great job from the Red Bull, who's still on those mediums, and yet to pit.
So, our championship leader looks like his race is effectively done unless we get a safety car. Surely he has to box now for the new wing.
I mean,
Maybe
if I would know, I mean, at the moment he's still gaining on the cars around him. So Noah just, I think, still has the pace, even with that broken wing, which is obviously good to see. He's gained nearly 3 tenths on Fish Sticks, who's behind Yorkie, and who's behind Brett, and who's behind Monkey, who's behind TJ, who's behind Diamond Dusty, who's behind Steel, who's behind Middle in the lead. So, yeah.
tell you, what are we, 16? Probably going to be starting to see these, well, this one hard runner now get into the box, but I'm surprised Diamond Dushy hasn't boxed yet. He started to turn as if he was, but he decided to stay out.
Oh, he has a massive
someone's round.
Oh, that is
Yorkie.
going to be, I think that was Yorkie in the Aston Martin, as Noah does come into the pits now to change that wing and serve that 10-second penalty, so Noah is going to drop way down. He'll be very, very far behind. So yeah, he's going to need safety car, but the crucial thing for Noah is that he's still going to be scoring a point. That might be decisive. So he's still going to be scoring, but he's not going to be scoring as much as his championship rival Monkey Boy Kurt, who's currently in the fight for P4, P3 even actually. Just noticed that TJM gets up into P3, past Diamond Dusty on those mediums, who's probably not going to be feeling too great now, I'm sure. So yeah, Monkey Boy Kurt going to try and make a move for P4 here on the Red Bull as soon as he can. But yeah,
Really needs to try to get this done as quick as he can. Really, it's he needs to see where his championship rival is. We spoke to him last week when he won. He needs to take full advantage of this. He's got his opportunity. P6, obviously, championship leaders basically out of this race, barring a safety car. As he gets
he's
the
42
DRS.
seconds, 41 seconds behind the P9 man
Around
of
the
Yorkie.
outside, Monkey picks up a 3-second, and he won't be happy with that one because Diamond may have just pushed him over the white line. So that one could be going to the stewards.
Maybe, yeah. If it was an unfair penalty, then I'm sure we'll have some talks between the Alpine and the Red Bull team between if it was fair. But the crucial thing now for Monkey Boy Kurt is that Diamond Dushy is out of DRS from the Williams, as Monkey Boy actually has some damage on his left-hand side end plate, so the Alpine does have damage overall. So that's another bit of news that I had no idea about. So yeah, loads of people got damage. As yeah, will the Alpine make a move on the Red Bull here? Down is turn 5. He's be too far back. He is. Obviously hops the inside curve, that's going to put him under the pressure from Fish Sticks in the McLaren. We've not really spoken much about, but then again, what can you really talk about?
He's kind of been under the radar, just making up moves with everybody else's mistakes. So he'd be probably happy enough with how this race is going, just over halfway through. I tell you though, two people will be crying out for a safety car right now. It's going to be, we're going to have to say it, he's our race leader, it's Gary. And obviously our guy, I don't know, some guy. But we do see Monkey gets a great exit though on the exit of the hairpin. Gets with the DRS and gets past Diamond Dushy. So back up to P5 for the Alpine. It's exactly what he needed, especially with a penalty over his head.
Oh, let's take on Fish Sticks on the Red Bull, so the Red Bull not going to fall down another place, or will he? Will he? trying to. Oh boy. Oh, that's
Our
some
race
guy
leader,
decided to pit actually.
a Mercedes has decided to pit. He's called the time on the hard tyres, and crucially though, somehow Diamond Douchey stayed out on them mediums. We've seen how much his pace is
I
gone.
believe there was contact between, I believe that was Yorkie and Diamond Dushy under the braking into turn 3. Hopefully no damage for either car. Looks to be okay for the moment as Yorkie trying to recover a few places as TJM goes past Steel. TJM up into P2, past his teammate. That's very true actually. Steel does have damage on both of his end plates, so yeah, that Williams is wounded, but he's still running. Out front, Biddle, 5 seconds ahead.
With it.
Yeah, he's running away with it. And the crucial thing for his is there's 11 laps left. Well, 12, if I can maths. But yeah, those tyres will go to the end. So Biddle in very, very comfortable position here. Can TJ close that gap? Let's find out.
He's been released from his teammates, so it'll be one thing to look at. We've seen TJ just still backs off, lets his teammate get through, and to be fair, that gap is starting to close very slightly through the last sector anyway, as Noah picks up.
Another penalty. Oh, we'll see if that affects his time.
As Bresco, though, gets down the inside of Fish Sticks to take P5 off the McLaren driver. Crucially, Monkey Boy's been able to pull out a gap already. 3 seconds to Bredis Cool, so that's that penalty already sorted. For now, anyway.
Up the inside, Fish Sticks into turn 1. Can he make this move stick? Oh, as Fish Sticks pinches him into the inside and Yorkie gets a penalty. That may be talked about after the race between those two. A little bit naughty from Fish Sticks, not really leaving much room for the Aston Martin, who picked up his first 3-second penalty of the race. He is one of 3 drivers, 3 other drivers, shall we say, to have penalties. That is Williams of Steel, the Alpine of Muggy, Noah, who sets another fast lap of the race. He's showing what pace he has, but we don't care. And yeah, Yorkie getting a penalty, so that's unlucky for him as he's currently in the fight. Diamond Dushy is dropping back. I believe those tyres probably are done for the Red Bull driver.
He's got his air time, and I think
sliding
he'll be happy enough.
So,
he's probably happy enough just to race for about 10 laps, so we probably will see him into the box this time round. Unless he is waiting for a safety car, but there's definitely not much life left on them tyres. So unless he wants to go for the softs, be my guess, but I wouldn't be doing it.
They'll probably last for about 2 or 3 laps. So
yeah.
Absolutely not worth it.
But Biddle up front is actually opening up the gap to TJ, up to 5.4. So at the minute, it looks like this is Biddle's to be one with 11 laps to go. Looks like
to be, yeah.
Kind of quieting down now. The 2 closest on tracks are 2 Williams. They're not going to fight each other. So it's all down to really... Well, I don't think they would. I don't think Steele's that stupid to do that to his teammate, especially with how his teammate's season has gone so far. It hasn't been the best, to say the least, for TJ. So
yeah, TJ currently up 11 places. So if TJ managed to finish in 2nd place, this will be a drive and a half from the Williams. So yeah, TJ having a very nice race at the moment. I didn't even notice how many places he'd made up. So yeah, I was going to say commiserations, but fingers crossed he doesn't actually bin it now. If our commentators curse him, I will officially, I don't know.
You just have to say it. You've had to, please do. You'd never comms curse TJ. That's one rule in FPRL.
Fair enough. Well,
you'll learn that soon. But I tell you though, Monkey is actually catching onto the back of Steele, and crucially for him though, Steele's also got the penalty, so if he can get past Steele, then that's really a fair game between them two. But Cole's really closed that gap now to Monkey Boy. So that 3-second gap's now down to 1.8. So we could have a nice, good couple of last laps the way the pace is going on this race for this battle for, we'll say P2. But most likely going to be P3 with how the penalties are situated.
Yeah, Brett is cool looking at a podium here. Just if he stays within 3 seconds of our protagonists up there, Steel and Monkey, as well as Fish Sticks. Obviously, doesn't have a penalty either, and I mean, even the Mercedes, who's don't have no idea who he is, might even be in a chance as he's currently on the mediums. So he's gonna get past Diamond Dushy. He does. So yeah, the Mercedes, who we don't really know the name of, unfortunately, still in a chance, I think, at the podium possibly if we can gain enough time on the cars around.
Steel hits the wall on the outside, so that's maybe more damage. Nothing came off the car, but whether anything has happened, does look alright.
Yeah, looks okay. Looks like he's still missing both of his end plates, which is obviously what he was missing before. There's a bit of contact between him and Monkey Boy. Hopefully, no damage to the Alpine. Looks to be alright for the moment. I believe that was just still not. I believe that's probably the result of the wing damage. Just not been able to carry the speed through the hairpin. As will Monkey Boy make a move on the Williams? Not yet. He thinks better of it. Still might be helping his teammate out now, holding up the Alpine and trying to give his teammate TJ the best chance of getting this P2. Steele gets another penalty. Oh, that's not going to be good. That's up 6 seconds worth of added on time to the Williams. Is holding up now the Alpine for his teammate, I'm assuming, being a great team player. His teammate's having a fantastic drive up in second place. But yeah, the run, I wouldn't say he's on for a win at the moment as Biddle is just 6 seconds ahead. He's having a nice comfortable position, nice comfortable race now at the moment. As
go 3 wide, what the fuck? Predator's Cool tries to put one down the inside of Steel and Monkey. Gets Steel, doesn't get Monkey, so Monkey comes out of that one on top. Takes P3, but Steel loses 2. And that's allowed Fish Sticks to get all over the back of this fight. Steel locks up in behind Predator's Cool. But gee, Predator's Cool comes out of nowhere with the DRS and just absolutely rinses, well, tried to rinse both of them, but only could get one.
Yeah, I unfortunately missed that. I was looking at Diamond Dushy, who's gone to a set of softs. So he's going to try 8 laps on a set of softs. Let's see how many laps he lasts. But they won't feel nice, to tell you that, in about 4 laps. Oh, there's contact!
Oh, Fish!
And I don't know who that was, I believe it was Yorkie.
Virtual safety car
it's
out on track.
Steel has no wing.
So Monkey doesn't box. Steel has to box. Yorkie will box. Gary decides to box, which is a bit of a weird one.
No, I wouldn't have.
Unless we get this upgraded to a full safety car, this is probably going to be the wrong call for Gary. He's so much better on the pace.
Yeah, that would have been perfect track position for the Mercedes. He goes on for another set of mediums.
Oh, it's a full safety car though. So he's actually played this one to an absolute blinder.
Oh.
It's
still saying virtual for me.
It does say virtual, but I caught a glimpse of it, looked down on the map, and there's the lovely little yellow dot that Burt Maitlander has to just take.
Wow. So yeah, Yorkie, now on the softs. Diamond Dushy on the softs. Noah has been saved at last. Noah the Kick Sauber back in contention for this race.
No,
yeah.
Interestingly though, Gary's decided to go on to another set of mediums. He obviously would have had the fresh set, but now it's all down to Biddle, TJ,
Biddle.
Monkey, and Bread. Will they get out in front? It does look like there's going to be a massive gap between top 4 and P5 of Yorkie. So all 4 of them should get out in front. So it should be as you were, with what will be,
it looks to be like that.
5 laps to go once we get back under racing. But we'll look at the penalty situation because everything's just completely changed in the blink of an eye. Fish Sticks with the damage. Steel was involved, it seemed. So Monkey with a 3 second hanging over him. Yorkie with a 3 second. Steel with a 6 second. And Noah crucially has a 3 second as well. But Biddle, TJ, Monkey and Predator's Cool all come into the box. Will they be softs or will they be mediums?
It will be softs for McLaren. TJM goes on to a set of mediums. Okay. Alternating strategy as Monkey gets his wing changed. This might cost him a few positions, possibly. As he's gone to a set of softs, as it looks like he probably might only lose position to Yorkie. Steele's too far behind. Yorkie is going to get past the Alpine. Will Steele get past? It's going to be crucial for the championship. We're going to be tight on pit exit as Steele does get his man. So there you go. Steele up into P4 now, P5 even, on that mediums, and I mean the only problem now is that he's going to have 6 seconds worth of penalties, so that is going to be looming over his head. So yeah, Steele has not done himself any favours there. Out front, TJM versus Biddle. TJM on the mediums though. Interesting call to go onto the yellow ring tyres. Well, most people have gone onto the softs.
Well, do you know the softs around here are a pretty poor race tyre? So maybe he's just thinking in the long run. But I mean, 5 laps to go once we get onto racing. Possibly even 4 if the back of the field don't catch up in time.
I don't think they're going to catch up in time because safety car will be in at the end of this straight that they're just coming onto now. So it'll probably be another lap round.
Another lap. So yeah, 5 laps to go once we get racing. Softs should be okay. They'll be dead probably by the end of it, but for the first 3 laps they'll feel like absolute heaven. So it's all down then to TJ of how much he's going to hold up Yorkie Bread is cool. As we know, it's going to get feisty. We've seen it a couple of times already this season. A late safety car causes drama. Boys going for moves, which probably shouldn't be done, to say the least. But we will see in a lap's time how this one unfolds. It's been a chaotic one. You said at the start we're going to get safety cars. This is number 3.
This is our 3rd, yeah. So there you go. Just proving my point.
It's nearly going to be that the safety cars led the most laps. Going to get that way maybe, but...
Oh, as Diamond, she comes into the pits, the box.
Yeah, he probably got another set of soft tires. Or is he... Are they mediums that is? No, another set of softs. Because he was out early, was he, on the qualifying, that he would have had an extra set?
I couldn't tell you.
He was... We'll see now.
It comes with a fresh set of softs, so maybe he just wants that 1 lap fresher rubber than what you already had.
Well, 1 lap could make the whole advantage. Give you that extra grip to get out of the way of people that are crashing, maybe. Not saying it's going to happen, but you never know with these guys at times.
No.
But at the minute, Bread is Cool is occupying P3. Due to the penalties, Gary will take P4. And Fish Sticks, I'm not even going to try to work it out. I think he'll take about P5. The way the field's spread out, but obviously that's going to open up that gap once we do get under racing. And hopefully Diamond Douchey gets the back of this pack pretty soon, which he should do. So we should be safety car in this lap. And 5 laps of racing again to potentially decide the title if things go the way of It's Noah. So safety car in this lap as expected. So it's all down now to Biddle on the fresh softs to determine the pace of this field. Try to catch out TJ, who is on the mediums in the Williams. So it's just a matter of when you'll go. Make sure the tyres are warmed up for this mini sprint race that we're going to have to finish us off tonight. As it's down to the last chicane. Will he go as early as we've seen tonight, or will he decide to leave it a bit later on the exit? Safety car has pulled in and Biddle has decided to floor it.
Oh no, he hasn't
caught out TJ.
Oh, that's a bit shaky from the McLaren. TJ is going to get that run.
TJ looking down the inside, just can't get it made. It's down the back, it all bunches up. Noah right on the back of Gary. Can't get anything done there, but yeah, it's a bit of an interesting restart.
Gonna try running outside.
Showing the wall, that was always going to happen.
Yeah, that was a little bit cheeky. Not cheeky, but a bit optimistic from the Williams. Now it's going to drop him down a couple of places.
Noah
Noah sends it up the
sends
inside. What a move that was from the 6 Alba. He's trying to make up for lost time. Just being on his own all that time. He's probably missed the thrill of racing. So yeah, the Mercedes down to P6. Like we said, we don't know the name of him. He's just here, I suppose.
Mix up the numbers.
Yeah. So his next target is his championship rival, Monkey Boy, who does have damage on that front wing as he goes deep into the hairpin. That's going to give Noah an opportunity, possibly, to get up into the P4. Obviously, but penalties will apply to those guys. See the penalty situation. They're both on 3 seconds, as is Yorkie. Out front middle is starting to put a gap on TJM in the Williams. But TJM still looking at a podium here with all the people on behind him with penalties. His next challenger is the Mercedes in P6, who does not have a penalty. As here comes Steele into the pits. As Steele may, I mean, still continuing. He's still going to get a point. So it's not all over yet, but obviously that's probably going to be his race done with not a chance of having another Mercedes car yet in this race. So yeah, Steele will fall down. Probably going to go fast lap to get his wings changed. So unlucky for the Williams. It's been a bit of a shambles race, and he's been caught up in most of the shambles himself. So unlucky for him.
Fiddle has edged out a gap on TJ as Noah gets down the outside of Monkey Boy. Can't get that one to stick. Was showing the wall slightly, but he's all over the gearbox of the Alpine, with Gary right in behind in the Mercedes. But they stay as you were. But as I said, Biddle, that gap's 1.3, so he's a bit of breathing room to go with what will be coming up to 3 laps to go in this race. Noah does take a tighter line, trying to get a better exit with the DRS. Monkey will have
Surely
it as well.
that'll be it.
Side by side.
Contact. Oh, that
Monkey.
it's too late. Go deep. Still going to be side by side. Looks like Noah has got the move now. Yes, he does.
Slight wiggle on the exit from Noah, but he has got that position up to P4. Crucial in this championship standings, as P4 at the minute gives him 12 points. It won't be enough, as what have we've got? It's fish sticks, is it?
Yep, that was fish sticks and Brad is cool. Battling for P8 there. A little bit of a wheel banging between the two. I was about to say breadsticks. But Brad is cool, is missing quite a bit of his front wing, so yeah, fish sticks fighting a battle that he's probably already won. As the Mercedes gets the penalty, fighting with the Alpine there of Monkey, as Monkey holds off the Mercedes for now. So that is the Mercedes with a penalty now, so he's now the 5th person with a time penalty here tonight. As what happens to Biddle? Only
Biddle.
2 tenths ahead of TJM.
Yeah, the first sector, Yorkie's put it in the wall. Noah takes P3. What is going on in this race? But now it looks like
Yorkie's chance of a podium gone. Yorkie is the new skill issue.
It's just transferable. Fuck.
Yep. As the Mercedes and the Alpine are battling.
Oh,
Mercedes
TJ.
got. Oh,
Jesus, a bit of wiggle from the Williams. Don't know what that was about.
he's a wiggling Willy. But anyway, he's 5 turns behind. He's going to have the DRS. Noah is 2 seconds behind. But he's got the penalty, so our fight is this front two between TJ and Biddle. So this is hopefully no one's going to get a penalty here.
Noah, crucially though, picks up another penalty, so that puts him out of the podium. He was going to get a podium, but that's it.
Mercedes might get a podium here.
The minute Gary takes P3 due to the penalties, as long as he doesn't pick one up in the next lap and a half, it's P3 for the Mercedes man. And crucially, Monkey Boy will overtake Noah, as Gary actually gets a move done down the inside. Crucially keeps it in the limits of the track, so P3 on track for Gary. He'll be happy with that one.
TJM pushes Steele. No, TJM pushes Biddle through the section of corners there. As Biddle goes up. Oh my God.
Down the inside, the Williams.
TJM.
TJ's licked the stamp. He sent it on the Papaya McLaren. He's got it done. And looking behind, Gary, although he has a 3-second time penalty, he's right on the back of it. So this move by TJ has just allowed the whole group to close in a 2-second gap in the space of, what, 2-3 corners?
I'll tell you what might happen. If these guys all bunch up, guess who's sitting in P6?
Diamond
Without a
Douche.
penalty, Diamond Dushy. Diamond Dushy might yet get a podium. If this race turns into more chaos. Come on, lads. Let's squabble a bit more. If we want to see it.
But coming on to the last lap, TJ
Oh,
does
Biddle!
take the lead as
Biddle!
Biddle goes round. Gary takes P2, Noah up to P3. Biddle has kept the lip. It looks like he's got away with no damage. Looks like it was the rear end going towards the wall. He's down in P4, crucially, though he doesn't have the penalty, so it still will be P2. But TJ now, he's got
is within 3 seconds. No, he's not. Oh.
just outside. TJ's got that bit of breathing room. And as I say that, Gary's just closed this gap down to 5/10. So barring any mistakes from TJ, this is going to be his race to win. And we haven't said that in a long time.
As Biddle and Monkey Boy are going to go side by side. Biddle's going to get back up into 4th, but he will still take P2 here if he stays within the time limit of the 2 cars ahead of him, which it looks like he will comfortably do that. But yeah, battle for lead is still in the balance here between the Mercedes and the Williams. It looks like the Williams is doing just enough.
Gary will have one more chance to try to do this on track, but I think he's smart enough to take the P2 on track, which will be P3 once penalties are applied. As we have a yellow sector 2.
Still retired.
It looks like he's at the wall. It's the same as Golf Star, but it looks like as we go through the last chicane, TJ is going to do this, and for the first time in a long time, we're going to say that TJ's won a race in FPRL in the Williams. Gary takes P2 on track. It is going to be P3 most likely once penalties are done. It's not because there's a massive gap now, so Gary takes P2. Bill takes P3. Diamond Dushy, the man, the myth, the legend. He had a shocking race, and I think he can say that himself, takes P4. P5 for Pish Sticks in the second Papa McLaren, and what a race we've just had.
Wow.
3 safety cars, 1 virtual safety car, a couple of crashes involved as well, yeah.
Driver of the day. Without a doubt. I think remember he was up like nearly 11 positions. I think he started 13th. He's won. Wow. What a drive.
And it looks like TJ going on to the mediums in the last pit stop has paid the price absolutely beautifully as he climbs up 12 positions to take the win tonight. See, Gary takes P2, Biddle P3, Diamond Dushy P4, great drive from him also. Fishsticks picks P5, Monkey P6, It's Noah takes P7, Brett is cool, takes P8. Yorkie is the last of our finishers, takes P9, and Steele, who crashed out on the last lap, does take P10. But the one to talk about tonight, it looks like it's going to be TJ. A win out of absolute nowhere, and what an absolute drive.
No, it was absolutely fantastic from the Williams driver, as we've got everyone now joining in for the podium interviews. We'll just wait for Biddle and we'll get underway. But yeah, what a race. We had 3 safety cars, but then again, that was expected, especially around Singapore. Yeah, it was a great race. I'd say that.
I think that makes it our 6th different race winner this season alone. So it kind of just shows how topsy-turvy that this season has been. Noah, who's only won 1 race, could have won the championship tonight. That's not happening. That's going on the next week. Looks like it's going to be Monkey versus Noah next week alone in the championship. I don't know if Ads is technically still in that fight. We'll have to double check once penalties are sorted out during the midweek or end of the week, sorry. As Biddle, are you going to join? Are you going to join? I don't know if he's going to be raging with that or where is he? We'll give him one more chance and then we'll see.
Yeah, if he doesn't join, we'll just have to get on with our 1 and 2 drivers. You'll have to just miss out P3 for now.
Yes, kind of. It happened last time. You had a few connection issues with the party, so maybe that's the case again. I do not know. But you two guys, you've been here enough. You know to include your audio. So Ollie, if you want to take it away with our P2 man in the Mercedes of Gary, or that guy we don't know the name of, and
Yeah.
I will take our race winner.
Okie dokie. Yeah. So P2.
Hi,
Was it?
hello. It's been a while.
Absolutely, sir. Congratulations. Fantastic race from yourself. Almost the win there. Obviously, wouldn't have been the win due to penalties, but still, P2 is very, very good for you, especially after early on in the race when you hit the Williams and spun round. Did you still think you had a chance to get in P2?
Uh, no, uh, I was a monkey was in the Alpine. I had the braking power because my heart's got better, and I broke early and then just understeered into him. I'm thank God that I didn't cause him to spin. It was just myself. I think my engineer David said just keep going, get back into the train. It will come back to you, and I think pretty much everything went in my favour for once this season.
Yeah, it was a good little recovery drive you did at the end there with the late safety car going on to you were on the mediums, were you not?
Yes, I knew that everyone had used 3 sets of softs in quali, so I knew anybody who went on softs wasn't going to have a fully fresh sum. They were going to have at least 2, maybe 3 laps from quali, so I knew that my mediums would be better by the end, and a few bits of carnage kind of helped. So yeah, I guess it was a inspired strategy at the end.
And it was a great call from you. It looked like the mediums at the end there were the preferred tyre to be on. So yeah, congratulations to you. It was a fantastic drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, as much as it hurts me to say, congratulations, Gary, on the P2. Just not enough to claim that first FPRL victory, but I'm sure it will come one day.
Yeah, it will come one day. Yeah, if only I hadn't decided to turn too early when I was fighting Monkey. My own fault. I didn't think the gap was there, so I tried to bump over the curb and I just turned in too early. He didn't do anything. He gave me all the space, but I was just so terrified of what happened early on the race. I just turned too early. It is what it is. I wouldn't have got past TJ anyway on the final lap anyway. I knew there was no point trying to go for it because he was literally on the defensive line in every corner. So it would have been stupid to try and move and end both our races.
Yeah, well, at least you've took a bit of responsibility and it hasn't hurt you in the long run of the race. But yeah, congratulations on the P2, and it's good to see you back on the podium yet again
Yeah.
because it has been a while.
Yeah, it's 3 seasons.
But on to our race winner, TJ. I never thought I would see you on the podium this year, let alone on the top step of the podium. I suppose that one's came out of the blue, has it?
Oh, mate, yeah. Unbelievable. I definitely didn't expect a race win, as you say. Even to be on the podium, considering the season's gone, but absolutely buzzing.
Yeah, we have to start off with qualifying. I think you and I know you're qualifying. This game, previous game, any game, it's just not your strong point. P13.
Oh,
Was problems in qualifying, or was it just that bad?
well, on my second run, I was up by about 6, 7 temps, and as I come through the final corners, I dropped about 4 temps because the race slid on me. And then on the final run, as I'm sure some of you will find out on Friday, during sector 2 on the walls, you just have to brush it and it pops your wheel off. And I fell victim to that, unfortunately, on the last run.
So that explains that one then, because we've seen a couple of guys already tonight have that one in the race, and Gulfstar and Steele both caught that wall. So that was their race done with. But on to the race for you. How was it fighting from the back? It seemed pretty quiet. You got through them pretty quiet enough. There wasn't really much incidents to really talk about from your kind of point of view.
Yeah, that's right. It was mainly just starting the DRS train and trying to pick points when to go for moves. Yeah, it was a quietish race, keeping myself clean and letting the chaos unfold in front of me.
I think that last safety car was seen just before your teammate Steele had a bit of damage. Looks like he let you through. Didn't look like he was putting up much of a fight. Crucially, that's probably got you the race win. But what I would say has got you that race win is decided to go on the mediums instead of the softs under that last safety car. Was it the same thing as Gary? You knew that Biddle was on all softs, or was it just you knew that the mediums were going to last out a bit longer?
I think it was just that I expected the mediums to last a bit longer. You and the softs and quali, after about one lap, they were about 7-8%. And gathering that everyone else might be on one soft, with 4 laps racing left, the delta would soon drop, and I thought mediums would be best. And yeah, it was the right call for myself in the end.
Yeah, it definitely was the right call. Going on the next week, obviously our last week, our last race of the season. This season has flew in, but it's Imola next week to finish us off. How's that track kind of for you? Is it hit or miss, or is it one of them ones you favour?
Me and them have a love-hate relationship. I do have a name, and I do have a corner named after myself for
That's
dropping
cool,
it so constantly.
That's fun there.
But yeah, during pre-season, we raced here, and I fared well. But obviously, from pre-season, when the game first come out to now, the game's changed a lot. So wait and see. I've got more achieve this season, but trying to get on the podium or race win. So Imola is just rounding off a tough season, I suppose.
Yeah, it's great to see you on the podium, and especially on the top step of the podium, and hopefully see you again next week on it. It'd be great to see the finish off what has been a poor season, to say the least, from yourself. I think you'd be the first one to say that, but congratulations anyway, buddy.
Thank you. And Gary, I've gone down to T3 and come back up to T2 and go racing before you, mate.
Oh, fuck off.
The wait goes on
you
in
are
FPRL
so
history.
lucky that I was terrified of Monkey and turned too early because I was worried about hitting them again. Because I swear to God, if I didn't have the penalty, I would have sent one. Because there was a chance that you left yourself over, I could have easily have gone. But I had the penalty, so I didn't go for it. But if I didn't have the penalty, oh mate, I would have just had the biggest smack in my face if I stole it under your nose. That's
Maybe
my wedding
next time.
gift to you.
That didn't happen.
That's my wedding gift for you, by the way.
What?
Wow. Wow. But that concludes our interviews. Only one more thing to do, and Ollie, I think you know what that is. Driver of the day for today. I wouldn't be surprised if I knew who it was going to, but just to verify, who is your driver of the day?
Oh shit,
It
I
looks like
Ollie.
Ollie. Well, driver of the day. Who is it?
Oh, well, a tough one. I have to give it to Diamond Dushy.
There's
2 weeks
There's
in
no
a
way.
row.
There's
2 weeks
no
in a
way.
row.
What?
2 weeks
has
in
he
a
paid you?
fucking row.
Has he paid you?
What?
No, we got 4th. I mean, come on, that's very impressive.
To be fair, he's
The
had a
win.
great shot.
Okay, we will retract that statement and we will give the driver of the day to TJ.
Thank you.
There we go.
I'll accept TJ. I know it wasn't me.
Thank you, because I wasn't for wanting to deal with that 2 weeks in a row of the driver of the day that wasn't going to be it.
Thank God we wouldn't have had the end of it
TJ,
from TJ if he didn't get
you-
driver of the day. Fuck.
forcefully, TJ gets driver of the day. Who's to say it's league management?
Especially I'm picking somebody in 16th for driver of the day.
That's going to be your problem on Friday, Gary, don't worry. But that does conclude our action for tonight, which has been a great race. 3 safety cars, 1 virtual safety car, and another new race winner this season in Tier 2 in the name of TJ. But that does not conclude everything this week, as we do have our Tier 1s on Friday again. Round Singapore, and you will see me and Ollie probably hit a wall and crash, cause 4 safety cars and a
Oh,
red
please
flag.
don't, because I'm commentating over it. Please don't.
And on comms is going to be this lovely man Gary, and probably going to be joined by Major Allen. So be tuned
Or
onto
Sid.
that one, or Sid. We'll see at 8 o'clock on Friday. But from then, it has been myself, Crosscree 1888, in the comms box, joined by Ollie. Ollie, it's been an absolute pleasure as always. It was a good one tonight.
Absolutely. And one thing I do have to say before we head off is radical skill issue.
Radical skill issue has been
honestly
the
wouldn't
name
say
of the
that to you.
game tonight.
The amount of swear words came out when he got killed. It's not the greatest.
It's been
He's in
skill
a
issue all night.
foul mood now.
But anyway, that concludes our action from tonight. It's been a wild one. But make sure, tune in on Friday. Gary and someone will be taking you through that. But from us in FPRL, good night.